Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. So I hope you liked this neat little kill compilation in the beginning, and that just showed you what the F-86F-35 can do, kill enemy planes, and that much better than the MiG-15 bis-ish, in my opinion, that I showed you the last time. This is now another first impressions video, and also for me again a way into chats. Again, as I explained in the last video, maybe that one of the reasons why in the past I didn't play that much chats is because they were just not fun, and I think this is kind of changing. I think it has to do with there being a lot more new players, so you have a different environment. Yes, you shoot down people, and that is encouraging. Yes, I know. Write all the comments down that you want, but let me explain this. This is probably the time to get into chats with this new introduction. I have no idea what the future will bring when we see supersonic chats for all the other nations, what comes next for the nations that have them right now, and so this is an exciting time for me to not only look at the cruisers and the new top tier tanks, but also this time the top tier jets. So there is so much to cover with this patch. Let's take it slowly, one video after the other, just as it goes, and I think the F-86F-35 is a beautiful plane. It is in fact a beautiful plane. I love the sleek fuselage and all those things. They just look nice, they look elegant, and well, the color scheme is subtle. Yeah. But honestly, aside from the visuals, performance-wise, the plane seems to have, and I'm not an expert, so correct me if I'm wrong, and let me know your tips and tricks and your summaries, compared to the MiG-15 bis-ish in particular, but also in general the MiG-15s, and 17, they seem to have a higher acceleration than the F-86F, especially initially. But then the F-86F feels more alive, and it feels better at higher speeds, so it doesn't have this lockup. It's not a brawler, but it has very good energy retention, and also it fits the role, in my opinion, of a boom and zoom aircraft, if you want to call it, better than a MiG-15 bis-ish, especially since the weaponry is much better and it feels much more reliable and better, not just in its core basics, that is more ammunition, more shell density, centralized armament, unified armament, very high muzzle velocity, and a bit of tracer and various different other options for your personal liking, for instance pure tracer or complete stealth. It's up to you. I think this is a bit of a personal preference that I have still a ground target belt, so the F-86F-35 feels more like a proper fighter, okay, and it doesn't feel like this sledgehammer. On the other hand, the handling is a bit more twitchy than the rather smooth handling of the MiG-15 bis. The MiG-15 bis seems to be more like a, not really brawler, how do you call it, a turn fighter, and this feels more like an energy fighter, if you want to refer to props. So I don't know how the terminology for jets is, but this is how it feels initially, and to shoot a few enemies down, to get shot down, it's a learning process for me, as it is probably for you, except if you are an absolute expert, and if you are an absolute expert in this department while you watch this video. So this is how I see it. Yeah, and it is actually fun. The next thing is the Silverline modifier is 2.4 times 2.0, so that's again the best that you can get currently, and that is better than the 2.1 that the MiG-15 bis-ish has. I have no explanation for it, and I guess both planes cost the same. So for me currently, if you want to have a jet and you want it independent from the nation that is the one that you grind then it with, it would be this plane properly. But this is just the first impressions, okay? But I think the tendency is right. Also, the damage output of the 50 cal seemed to be a bit too much, just a bit. So the following gameplay that I want to show you is actually a replay, because obviously I didn't record my most successful game because I just forgot to press the button. So without further ado, let's hop into it and let's enjoy the visuals. And finally, there we are, after 5.5 minutes of me rambling nonsense, I guess. Okay. This map has an interesting name, Alternative History Krimsk 1945, or Summer 1945. Now again, I'm sorry that I don't have the original recording, because I recorded the entire day and I forgot to record this battle, which was the most successful one. So, but there we can actually see some of the tools that the replay offers us. So if you are an ambitious young YouTuber and you want to show fancy stuff, use the replay, try to play with it a little bit, look also for the key settings. It is worth it for intros, for just scenes, cinematics, you name it, and that actually can be very interesting. Now, the first candidate here is the MiG-17, and I think to myself, well, maybe I can catch him. So the action was right there. To a certain degree, that's cool. On the other hand, in some battles the action doesn't fit the size of the map, where you don't even have time to accelerate properly. There is the MiG-19 and... okay. Seems like I caught him off guard. He was AFK or just didn't see me, I don't know. And then behind me is a MiG-17. And there I do something to trying to avoid his shots, and then I pop the air brake. And I know there is a lot of controversy about doing this, but if he is so closely behind me, then I think this is a viable option to get him off his tail when there is also a teammate nearby. But you lose huge amounts of energy doing this, and this can then be fatal in the long run. So it can help you in the short term. Okay. Now I need to re-engage here the enemies, and I try my best. And here my team is also coming in with numerous aircraft, so the action is hot. Train your crew, train your pilot as good as you can. I think one of the most annoying things is the blackout system, which in the replay is not represented. So some of the actions I could have turned tighter, yes, but then I would have blacked out. And that is just a bit of a drawback, isn't it? So when I do some negative G maneuvers to restore here the consciousness of my pilot, to reset here the pilot timer for knocking out, if you will, because this plane can easily pull 10, 11, up to 12 Gs. So the MiG-19 narrowly escaped my 50 cal wrath, and there are some enemies around, and I turn away because I don't think that this is a very good situation. I didn't have enough speed, I didn't have enough altitude to transfer into speed up until the point that I'm in the combat zone. And a MiG-17 that catches you off guard can just turn into you, and then if you don't have the energy to just zoom away, it can end nasty, especially if you are not in the numerical advantage. Again, it's a learning process. Now I think, okay, it's time to move in. It's very difficult because by that time the team could have crumbled on me. They could have gotten shot down. They could have gotten shot down earlier, and then this situation where I tried to get them into head-on passes would not have been possible. So two of them turn away and don't take the head-on, or they didn't see me. And then I see this MiG-17 zooming away. And so I need to make some distance anyway, but I have quite a bit of speed of 950 kilometers per hour and going to the climb. And again, it is one of those situations that I agree, it's a bit of luck, but I think to myself, can I zoom climb him? Again, I try things out at the moment and don't go into my usual tactics. Now he seems to see me, he tries some negative maneuvers and gets himself into a well, flat spin, and then it's relatively easy, of course, to get him. And now I have to point this out. I didn't see the MiG-19. This is where the marker was not there, but it's clearly visible in the replay. And as the shots passed by, I typed in damaged in all chat. So this could have been an embarrassing end. I look again for opportunities to get in the shots. Ah, nearly missed. This is now very good situational awareness by this MiG-15. I pull up, then I see the MiG-19 has returned. Ouch. Yeah, that's the epic shots that everybody wants to get, I guess. And that is just satisfying, I can tell you. And this guy, seeing probably this replay, will not be happy about it. Again, enemy behind us, and we do this kind of corkscrew maneuver. Very difficult to lead the enemy there. Very easy to do as an evasive action, especially if it's just 1 or 2 rounds, so to say. And then we can see that the MiG-15, I'm not quite sure which variant it is, if it is the normal version, the BIS version, or if it is the BIS-ish version, I don't know. But he is not that fast. He tries to slot in behind me, but I easily pull away. I have low speed, so just around 800 kilometers per hour. I try to accelerate in a slight dive. That's the most efficient way. And I just easily pull away. And that makes me think, shall I dance with this guy? Should I? Shouldn't I? We'll see. So the F-100 is behind me, and now notice this. The MiG-15 turns away, and I immediately turn after him, and the F-100 goes through. So presumably he was out of ammunition, but as a last favor, he made the MiG-15 turn away. So this is also another nice kind of, how should I say, teamwork to fake attack. Doesn't always work, of course, if the enemy has no situational awareness. In that case, you only are, cursing yourself that you wasted the ammunition previously. And again, I easily pull away. Now, I think at this moment, the enemy team had only 2 players left. And this is where I got cocky, where I thought to myself, well, let's see what we can actually do, and if I can dance a little bit with this guy. So in combat fashion, I try out here how the 2 airplanes match. Currently I have the energy advantage, and I just try out how good the acceleration is. This is a first test. This is a first, how should I say, yeah, a first try to get the basics. Now, I've watched enough YouTube videos myself to understand the basics. This plane can do this plane can do that. But to really feel it yourself, you have to fly the aircraft yourself. At least I have to. And so I'm patiently flying away. And I get the distance, okay? And the question is he up for mind games? Is this guy up for mind games? One of the tricks that I usually use is to turn away, to fake turn away, and then watch the enemy if he observes me or not. And this time I wanted him to turn away just a little bit, and I roll out of the way. Now that was a bit of a delay in the replay. Currently there are 2 things that really annoy me a lot, or 3 things. First is many mixed battles. Second is clouds. I really despise clouds, to be honest. And the third thing are the micro lags. Seems like Gaijin got DDoSed or gets DDoSed, and that is not really nice. Again, I play here a little bit with the air brake, and we are very slow on speed. And there you can see the MiG-15 BIS. It is actually, yeah, it is good in at lower speeds. In my opinion, it feels just a bit nicer. Seems to have the better grip in the air at lower speeds. You know what I mean. The better handling. And so, should I go here into the scissor? Should I break off? And there I see the window, and I turn the other way around, potentially to meet up with my teammates that I bought them the time, you must not forget this, to go back to the airfield, refuel, repair, rearm. And so now one comes to my help, and I just easily pull away. So let's see what the other F-86F can do. And I pull a little bit up, and there he goes, and again I observe him and turn immediately into him. And at this moment it is a 3 versus 1. How long do you think a MiG-15 bis can last under those circumstances? I have already 3 kills, I want the 4th. Let's see if this guy is actually the one. But don't forget, there is a second enemy left alive. And he also used the time to go back to the airfield, rearm, repair, refuel. And it is around about now that he actually appears. So he tries to flee. I have enough ammunition left, and I just want to fire a few shots for him to make some evasive actions that bleeds his speed, and so I can try my best. Okay, he turns too much. That actually looked a bit closer in the actual gameplay than it looked now in the replay. But it's okay. I didn't hit him. Never mind. And there I make the loop. And then I have this... The spider senses are tingling. This is too easy, the way that he flies. The way that I dominate him. Sure, there are 2 other jets on him. And there he narrowly escaped the F-100. But it's roughly now. And then I see him, and then I have to do some evasive actions myself from the MiG-17. And that actually ruined here my attack run. And the MiG-17 actually killed here one of our jets. I'm not quite sure which one. But I still have here the positional advantage. And it's roughly around about now where I think to myself, this is a good situation. And I get him right there. So sorry about this little glitch in the replay. I accidentally pressed the spacebar while I was recording the replay, and so both jets got killed immediately, and this is the end of the battle. Now there is one thing that you can do that a real jet fighter actually never or rarely was able to do in any way, shape or form, or a fighter pilot, to salute the enemy that you just fought with. And I think this was a brilliant match. Yes, I came out of it alive, but you know, you have to cherry pick the results, otherwise you're just an idiot on the internet. Yeah, but at the end I'm still playing War Thunder, so that statement is debatable. Okay, talking about the results, at least I didn't forget to make those screenshots. Over 100,000 silver lines with a 10% silver line booster, premium account, premium status of the plane. Then also nearly 25,000 vehicle research points, so you make really good progression with a decent match in my opinion, so that is good as well. So now let's come to the first verdict on the F-86F-35. Well, I think it is cool. It is also fun, especially if you have success, but it can be also a bit frustrating if you didn't get any kills before your team just got utterly decimated. But I think this is how jets just simply play. The gameplay is fast and furious, and just the best can really see the situations coming and do anything about it. That needs training. So situational awareness is king. But honestly, I never thought I would have so much fun in jets. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know in the comment section your overall thoughts on jets in air RB, in tank RB, your experiences in them, when you fight against them, when you fight with them. What do you think about clouds, mixed matches, and also the current micro lags, because I think they are a bit annoying. So yeah, we will see each other on the battlefields, on the waves, and in the skies of War Thunder.